maybe it might just ensure that we might probably see even the Asia Cup schedule, hopefully, at this point. So, for people who are joining us in this edition of the Morning Wrap, the first major update that we are getting is the team selection for the India versus West Indies series might happen today. Somewhat in the next half an hour to 1 hour, the BCCI might send out a release stating what are the teams who are going to be there at this point. So, fingers crossed. Let's hope that there are not many surprises. Let's hope that there is a mixture of youth. Let's hope that there is a mixture of experience, because the West Indies tour is the start of the new World Test Championship cycle. And it is also going to be very important for the ODI World Cup build-up, because you're going to play 3 ODIs, as well as for the T20 World Cup in June 2024, 5 T20Is. There is also the ICC World Cup qualifiers that are going to be held, and because of that now, West Indies, they achieved a very important win against Nepal by 101 runs. Shai Hope and Nicholas Pooran scoring magnificent centuries, and the bowling stepped up to ensure that they are on top in this situation. Not just that, the Netherlands also beat the USA, and because of that now, all these teams are heading into the Super Sixes on a very high note. Remember, the top 3 teams of each group qualify for the Super Six, and then after that, whoever tops that, whoever reaches the final, they will play the World Cup. The 9th and the 10th teams will be decided accordingly. From the World Cup qualifiers, let us shift our attention to the Ashes. And oh boy, yesterday in the women's Ashes, we saw something very, very historic happen. 328 for 7, but unfortunately, Elise Perry getting dismissed for 99. This was truly remarkable, because only the 4th time in women's Ashes history that one batter has been dismissed in the women's Ashes for 99. Elise Perry, an average of over 75. She could have very well gone past 80, but unfortunately she missed out on 100. Tragedy indeed. And if that is not tragic, her captain faced even bigger tragedy, because Alyssa Healy, for the 3rd consecutive time, she was dismissed for a duck. Big game player in white ball cricket, but unfortunately in this, she just could not get going. Out for a second ball duck. Australia ending the women's Ashes test on 328 for 7. And remember, this is the first time that a women's Ashes test is going to be a 5-day test. And on top of that, first time they're going to be playing with the Duke's ball. There is plenty of action when it comes to the wrestlers, and remember, the wrestlers' protest might have been stalled at this point in time, but very important update. In order for qualification for the Asian Games, there is going to be a 1-bout offer for all these wrestlers. Only 1 bout for Asian Games qualification, and that will happen on July 10th. Vinesh, Sakshi, Bajrang, all of them are going to get only 1 bout to show that they can qualify. Now, I will be doing a special video on the other nuances in that, so stay tuned for that special update. But July 10th is the time when they will have only 1 bout to showcase that whether they can go for the Asian Games or not. Man City's ultimate big game player, LK Gundogan, is no longer with the Blues anymore. Manchester City have not renewed his contract, so that's why he's heading towards Barcelona. And on top of that, Kovacic is going to go into Manchester City, and that's one of the big news that's coming from the world of football. Remember, Ilkay Gundogan was responsible for the Premier League title and during the Champions League triumph. So, in the treble, Gundogan has been one of their greatest match winners, but now City decided not to renew his contract. That's why he's heading to Barcelona. World Boxing. It was bound to happen, and it has happened. Boxing has been banned. World Boxing has been banned from Olympics sport altogether because of the misadministration that is currently going on. But boxing as a sport will remain in the Paris Olympics in 2024. What will be the future after that? That remains to be seen. But IBA is now officially banned from the Olympics. The IOC took the decision in a much important session that they conducted, a hybrid session, unprecedented recently. So, after boxing, let us shift our attention to an IPL. Confused? There is a chess IPL that is also happening, with Vishwanathan Anand participating after 8 months. So it is going to be very, very important to see how the Grand Chess League, how does that change the entire dynamic of the sport. I will be doing a special explainer on this Grand Chess League. It is the IPL of chess with franchisees, icon players and stars. You don't want to miss that. So this edition of the Morning Wrap, it's a very important day because the Indian team is going to get selected for the West Indies tour. Is there going to be any particular changes? Will we see wholesale changes or will the status quo remain? Join us in Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Tap that bell icon so you know when you go live, and don't forget we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well.